Hi, boys and girls. Happy Monday. If you watched my math lesson earlier, you know that we did a sort for summer versus winter items, grouping all the summer things and winter things together and making a chart, or it's a kind of a graph, right? So it got me thinking about summer and what I love about summer. One of the things anyways, making sandcastles. Thumbs up if you like to make sandcastles too. This is one of my favorite books by Robert Munsch, so I can't wait to read it to you. But guess what? It is Monday. Time for our to introduce our new trick words. New for some of you, old hat for others of you, right? Just this week and next week, and then you'll know all 50. You will have learned all 50, so that's so amazing. So my first trick word is like an old trick word. What's this word? To. Very good. And our new trick word rhymes with to. It's good. Do. To do. Like, oh, I have so many things to do. I've said that a million times today, right? So do, just like our old one to, like, do your best, please. Do you want to be my friend? Do you like ice cream? Right? Do is one that you'll see a lot. It's just D-O, do. And it's a trick word because O usually says ah or long O, right? Two O's usually make ooh, but in this case, just one O is making that ooh sound. That's why it's tricky, just like two, right? So do, really close, really far, and close again. Good job, do. And the next one isn't so tricky because if you remember, TH says what? Good. Or right? It's softer sound, so we have is. This. Good. Like this is the word this, or this is my house. This is my highlighter, right? This is my binder clip. Right, so when you're using the word this, it's usually something that's close to you, close enough to touch, because if it's far away, you'd say that, right? Something you'd have to point to. So this is taking the place of something that you're showing or pointing to that's close to you. So this, really close, really far, close, far. What is it again? A little louder. Oh, sorry, whisper. Read it in your head. A little bit louder. Little bit louder. Super loud. Oh my goodness, I think I heard you all the way at my house. Good job. Again, do this. Do this. Do this. Right? That could be a sentence by itself. All right, awesome. Also, because it's Monday, we have a new word family, right? And word families are so important because if you can recognize them and you practice them enough that when you're reading them, your brain knows what they say right away. It doesn't have to waste time figuring out because it's seen it so many times. It just knows, just like our sight words, right? So knowing word families are so important also in writing, right? If you're trying to write bug or any kind of word, I don't want to give it away yet, right? Your brain just knows because you practice it. So that's why we practice word families. Super important because they help us with our reading and our writing. So let's see, we have ugh, right? So all of them are going to rhyme with ugh. Can you tell me some ugh words that you know? Good. Another? 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 Wow, some of you are still going. Great job. Mwah. Kiss your brains. Let's see if you've got all the ones that I was thinking of, all right? So remember, they're all ugh. We should be able to read these pretty quickly. Ugh, mug. I know you got it before me. What about this one? Tug. Good. Tug, tug. Ooh, what about this one? Bug. Good. Like an insect is a bug. And I'm sorry, you know that. A mug is a cup, right, that you have hot cocoa or coffee in. And tug means you pull on something pretty hard, right, like in a tug of war. Sorry, I should have come back. And what's this one? Pug. Good. That cute little dog Pug. I know Clem has a pug. Good. Rug. Awesome. A rug or a carpet or a little piece of carpet that you sit on, right? A rug can be decorative. Hug. Good. Thumbs up if you love hugs. 2 thumbs up for me. I love hugs. You guys know that about me. Jug. Good. Like a big jug of something. Jug of water, right? Dug. Good. Like yesterday, I dug a hole in the sandbox. And this one? Lug. Good. When you lug something, you carry something. It's so heavy, you kind of have to almost drag it, right? You have to lug it around. It's so heavy. So how many of those did you say earlier? Did you get 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or more? Awesome job. Lots of UGG words. But wait, I'm not done. Those are the easy ones. I bet you some of you, because I heard a couple said a little bit harder ones, like with this. What do these 2 letters say? Good. Yep. Ch, ch. It's a digraph. 2 letters making 1 sound. So that would be, I don't know if I lined it up right. There we go. Ch, ch, chug. Right? Like a choo-choo train. Chug, chug, chug. Good. Or this one, you have to say both sounds. Right? You have to say both sounds. So we have to, it's a blend. It's not a digraph. So we have to say s, n, s, n, ugh. Right? Snug. You're snug as a bug in a rug. Have you heard of that? You're snug. It's cozy and cuddly and warm as a bug in a rug, right? Snug as a bug in a rug means you're really comfy and cozy. Or we can take the N away, still say these sounds, and say s, ol, ugh. Good. A slug is a kind of bug, right? Say slug bug, right? Or if you slug somebody, kind of hit them pretty hard, right? So, lots of UGG words. I know you did an amazing job. We'll practice those all week long. Remember, word families are great to practice reading, so your brain just knows them and you don't have to worry about figuring it out. You can concentrate on harder words. All right, so now, the Sandcastle Contest by Robert Munsch and illustrated by Michael Marchenko. Love building sandcastles. The ones in this story are so cool. There's the picture. Matthew's father stood in the driveway and said, "I think we are all ready to go. Let's make sure everything is here. Do we have the bicycles? Yes. Do we have the food? Yes. Do we have the boat? Yes. Do we have everything? No!" yelled Matthew. "No?" said his dad. "Look at all that stuff. What could they be missing?" "No," said Matthew. "We don't have a dog." "Dog?" said his dad. "We don't even own a dog." "I know," said Matthew. "Now would be a good time to get a dog." "No dog," said his dad. "Now do we have everything?" "No," yelled Matthew. "We don't have my sandbox." "Matthew," said his mom, "we can't bring the sandbox. But the first place we camp will have a nice beach, and you will have lots of sand to play with." "Well," said Matthew, "okay." So they drove and drove and drove and drove and drove and drove. Do you feel like that? So they drove and drove and drove and drove and drove and drove and drove. Sorry, my video froze. Until they came to a place to camp. Matthew jumped out of the van and ran to the beach. He came to a girl making a small sandcastle and a big sand dog. She said, "Hi, my name is Kalita, and I'm going to win the sandcastle contest." "Wow," said Matthew, "I'm going to build a sandcastle too. What can I win?" "You can win a bathtub full of ice cream," said Kalita. "All right," said Matthew. Thumbs up if you would like a tub full of ice cream. I know I would. So Matthew made a house with doors and windows and a roof. He dug out the inside of the house so it had rooms just like a real house. Wow, I wish I could do that. He made sand tables and chairs and beds and a TV that had a sand show on it. So cool. When Matthew was almost done, Kalita came over to look at his house. She had her sand dog on a leash. "Nice sand house," said Kalita. "Really, really nice sand dog," said Matthew. A judge came by and said, "Get this house out of here. Who put this house on the beach?" "This is my sand house," said Matthew. "I made it for the sand contest." "Ha!" said the judge. "I know a real house when I see one, and there are no real houses allowed on the beach." Look at all those sand creations. These people are really good. I would not want to join that contest because I can't make a sandcastle like that. Then he went inside and sat in a sand chair and watched a sand show on TV. Another judge came by and said, "Get this house out of here. Who put this house on the beach?" "This is my sand house," said Matthew. "I made it for the sand contest." "Ha!" said the judge. "I know a real house when I see one, and there are no real houses allowed on the beach." Must be some sand house. She went into the bedroom and looked at the sand bed. She went into the kitchen and opened the refrigerator and looked at the sand apples and the sand celery and the sand cartons of milk. Then she said, "Little boy, you've got to get this house off the beach." "This is my sand house," said Matthew, "and I'm going to prove it." "Ha!" said the judge. So Matthew went outside. Oh, wait. How do you think he's going to prove it? Think. If it's a sand house, what can he do to prove that it's a sand house? Did you tell me? Let me know. All right, let's see if you're right. So Matthew went outside and kicked the sand house right beside the door. It all turned back into an enormous pile of sand and fell on the judges. Is that what you guessed? "Help!" yelled the judges, and everyone came running and dug them out. When the judges were finally out from under the sand, they yelled, "Matthew wins! His sand house was so good we thought it was a real house." Matthew started eating the ice cream, and he said to Kalita, "Want to help me eat this?" "Yes," said Kalita. While they were eating the ice cream, Matthew said, "How come you didn't tell everybody that your dog is sand? I bet you would have won with a sand dog." "Well," said Kalita, "this is Sandy, my sand dog, and I am going to take him camping and feed him ice cream every day, and he is going to be my pet, and I am never going to turn him back to sand." "Wow," said Matthew. "I wish I had thought of that. Can you show me how to make one?" "No problem," said Kalita. Remember at the beginning of the story? Make a prediction. What do you think's going to happen? Yeah, he makes a sand dog, right? And Matthew's mom and dad were so happy with Matthew's amazing sand dog. Look at him. That dot dot dot. They decided to take it camping. And there he has a sand box after all. I wonder, was that all a make-believe story? I don't know. T-H-E-E-N-D, God. And I wonder if he imagined that in his imagination and he had a dog all along. I don't know, but I love this story and I love sandcastles. And I hope to try to make one like this if I ever get to the beach this summer. All right, boys and girls, thanks for listening to my story. Thanks for practicing this and do with me. Thanks for reading all those UGG words for me. And I will see you tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.